Hello Cancer, this is Seth and you're watching Rodriguez Mystic, and this is your Tarot and Oracle forecast for the month of December 2017, and this video is relevant to anybody who has their Sun or their Moon in Cancer or who has Cancer as a rising sign. So the cards that I'm working with today are my Aquarian Tarot deck, and the Oracle cards we're working with are the Vintage Wisdom deck, the Nature's Whispers and the Earth Magic deck, and you can find all the details for the cards I'm working with in this video in the information below this video. So I'm just going to start shuffling the cards now, and we're looking at the month of December, general reading for Cancer. Okay, Cancer, December looks like it's going to be quite eventful for you. Don't be scared, but your central card for the month of December is the Tower. The Tower is a card which a lot of people in Tarot have a lot of fear and dread around. The Tower card here talks about sudden changes. There's usually a strong air of unpredictability about this card. It's when a change comes along that we don't feel ready for, something that kind of jolts us and forces us to take a new approach. It feels to me like December, it feels like there may be some ways of doing things in December that will be going out of the window. There may be a change of plan there may be some changes of plans in terms of what you're doing. A lot of these readings, by the way, I'm finding I'm focusing a lot on the fact that it's the festive period for many of us, so I am making quite a lot of these readings quite Christmas and winter solstice focused, but I'm trying to kind of break out of that. I feel like the month of December there will be some big changes for you, and it's the best time of year to have these changes as we're approaching the end of a year, and we're on that threshold point now where we're going into the new year. It really feels like the breaking down of old structures. Something that you may have been doing, something that may have been in place for a long time is going to it's time for that to come to an end now. So it could be that the way that you celebrate Christmas will be different this year. You may have a different approach, a different way of doing things. It may be that towards the end of this, year, that things you've been working on are finally coming to an end, and they may be ending sooner than you would expect them to. But it feels like a time for much needed change will be happening for you. So this could be a very, very positive thing. It could be that things you've been struggling with for a long time are finally coming to an end, and it feels like it's going to be a release that will be happening very, very quickly for you. And I feel like it will be, I feel like it's going to be more towards mid-December onwards. So we've got this Tower moment to look out for. So buckle up, because it may be a bit of a surprise. Well, it will be a surprise. Even though I'm telling you to expect a surprise, you don't know what it's going to be about yet. But the Tower card does indicate something quite significant, some significant change in an approach. The beginning of December, we have here the Judgement card. This feels like it's saying that, and I think it's appropriate, or it's interesting, having the Judgement card here at the beginning of the month of December. One of the phrases I like to use for the Judgement card is that everything you've been working towards is finally, like it's crunch time now. That's a phrase that I like to use. Everything you've been working towards has not been a waste of time. It's finally going to start paying off now. Now, depending on what you've been doing and working towards, this could be a positive or a negative thing. You know, so if you've been doing something for a long time which you feel you shouldn't have, it feels like that's going to be revealed now at the start of this month. So there may be some revelations. But a lot of the time, the Judgment card for me indicates that what we've been working to for a long time is finally coming to a culmination point now. And we're going to get the rewards. We're going to reap the rewards. We're going to reach some kind of a conclusion, something we've been working towards for a long time. We're going to get some news. We're going to be given an opportunity, or we're just going to hear the verdict. It's very similar to the Judgment card in a lot of ways. But something we've been working towards, we're going to reach some kind of conclusion. And it feels like it's at the beginning of the month of December. Then we have in the middle of December, mid-December, we have the Six of Swords, which is about creating a fresh start. This is about moving away from a situation which no longer serves us. So there's a lot here about, it really feels like there's going to be a big revelation of some kind. It's crunch time. Something is going to come out of the woodwork. Something we may have been waiting for a long time has finally been revealed to us, and now we know it's time that we can finally say goodbye and we can close that chapter. It feels like very much there's a really strong feeling here that a chapter is coming to an end. I feel like as we approach the new year, you're going to be feeling really relieved that this year is over. You may have had a very tough year, but the Six of Swords is about leaving behind the stress, leaving behind anything stressful that we've been going through, and moving into a place of safety and refuge and calm, putting the past behind us. And it's interesting that this is happening, it's above the Tower card here, which is in the centre. So it really feels like something is coming to a head. It's going to explode a bit. It may be quite shocking. It may be sooner than expected, but it's really going to be good for you in the long term, because it's going to give you a clearing process. You're going to be able to just move on and focus on things a lot better. And the final card you have for towards the end of December is the Ace of Swords. So I actually feel like this crunch time moment will already be done and dusted with by mid-December, because it feels like towards the end of December you're actually going to be feeling a lot clearer about where you're heading for the new year. And it feels like the festive period, you'll probably be able to enjoy that, or at least it's encouraging you to enjoy that as much as you can, because it feels like something that's been stressful has reached its culmination. So now you can breathe a big sigh of relief and think, well, that's done now, that's over. I'm going to enjoy the festive period, and I feel much lighter, and I have a greater sense of clarity now about where I'm going in the new year. So yeah, December looks eventful for you. And your tips and hints card, which again ties in very well. And by the way, the Ace of Swords, all of the aces are new beginnings as well. And the Ace of Swords in particular is about clarity. The swords are about truth and clarity, clear vision. It's the eureka moment. It's knowing what the next thing is, knowing what the next step is. And your tips and hints card, which ties in so well, is the Three of Rods, or the Three of Wands in most tarot decks. And this again is about beginning a new chapter, commencing a new chapter. This person is looking ahead to the future, and they have everything that they need. They have everything they need now to move forward. They don't need anything from the past. They've got it all together. They've got the experience, they've got the tools, they've got the support from people. But this, again, very much about new beginnings. So the end of this year, the end of December, really feels like this is going to be a mega change for a lot of you. Yeah, it really is going to feel like a fresh start. And then from the Vintage Wisdom Oracle deck, we have Reflection, which has come out at least once, if not twice, in these horoscope readings so far. Reflection, obviously, at this time of year, it's encouraging you to reflect on the year that has just gone, and I think you'll have a lot to reflect about with this Tower moment. But the reflection looks like it's going to produce a lot of fruit for you, because you're going to have a greater sense of clarity about where you're going now once this is finished with. The next card, again, so perfect, from the Nature's Whispers, we have Illumination. Really feels like the truth is going to come out about something. I think there's going to be some juicy revelations for quite a lot of you. which are going to make the decision for you. You're going to have a surprise, you're going to have some kind of revelation, a light is going to be shone on something, nothing can hide now, and you know what no longer serves you now as a result of this illumination. And the illumination is also referring to the eureka moment of knowing what the next step is going to be for you. So this looks very, very interesting. It looks very, very eventful. And your final card from the Earth Magic deck is Love and Compassion. I feel this is talking about the love and support from other people in your life. You're really going to be feeling it, and you're going to be deeply appreciative of this. There is real love and compassion that people will be extending to you at this time. I feel like you may, for some of you, I'm afraid to say, I think this Tower moment for some of you could be something that may lead to some tears for a couple of days. And the Love and Compassion card is the shoulder to cry on. I feel like something that you may have had your hopes set upon, something you may have been working towards, it's just not the right thing, it's not working out, and you're being forced to change your direction, to change your course. But as I say, I really feel like by the end of this month, you're going to have a greater sense of what the next chapter will be, and you're already going to be feeling excited about that, and you're going to have the love and support around you to see you through and to help you feel okay about the changes that are coming up for you. So that has been the heaviest or the most intense reading I've done so far in this horoscope reading. For you, Cancer, I hope that December gives you the answers that you need and the clarity that you need. It looks like you are going to have a real sense of clarity about what to do with your life in the new year. So I hope that this reading has been helpful and useful for you. I really do. And please feel free to like, rate, comment, share, subscribe, all of that stuff. You can find all of my details below this video if you want to book a private reading with me. You can find all the information about the decks that I've been working with. So that's everything, and until next time, see you in January. Take care.